Have you ever struggled to fall asleep, tossing and turning while your mind races a million miles a minute? What if I told you the secret to a good night's rest isn't a complex new gadget or a fancy supplement, but something incredibly simple, even boring? That's right. Today we're diving into the fascinating science behind why dull, monotonous stories are one of the most effective sleep aids you can find. It might sound counterintuitive. We usually seek out excitement and engagement in our stories, right? But when it's time to power down for the night, our brains need the exact opposite. An exciting story, full of twists and turns, keeps your brain alert. It stimulates the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for planning and decision-making. It releases chemicals like adrenaline and cortisol, the fight or flight hormones, which is the last thing you want when you're trying to drift off. Now, think about a truly dull story. Maybe it's a detailed description of how paint dries, a monotonous reading of a technical manual, or a rambling tale about sorting paper clips. What do these have in common? They lack emotional highs and lows. They don't have a complex plot that your brain needs to follow. This is the key. Listening to a boring narrative creates a predictable and non-threatening environment for your mind. Your brain, which is constantly scanning for things that need its attention, quickly realizes there's nothing here to analyze, nothing to worry about, and nothing to get excited over. This lack of stimulation allows your brain to shift gears. Instead of being in active problem-solving mode, it can begin the process of shutting down. The constant, gentle drone of a monotonous voice acts like a form of auditory white noise, masking other distracting sounds and lulling your brain into a state of relaxation. This process is closely linked to a concept called cognitive offloading. When you're trying to sleep, intrusive thoughts often get in the way. Did I lock the door? What do I have to do tomorrow? What did that person mean by that comment? These thoughts keep your mind engaged. A boring story gives your brain a simple, low-effort task to focus on instead. It gently pushes those anxious thoughts aside, giving your mind permission to let go. You're not trying to force yourself not to think. You are simply giving your brain something harmless and uninteresting to listen to until it gets tired and drifts off. Furthermore, this monotony helps regulate your brain waves. To fall asleep, your brain needs to transition from the faster beta waves of wakefulness to the slower alpha and theta waves associated with relaxation and light sleep. A steady, predictable, and unexciting narrative helps facilitate this transition. There are no sudden surprises or emotional spikes to jolt your brain back into a higher state of alertness. It's like a gentle, steady ramp down into slumber. Think about it like this. Your brain is a muscle. After a long day of flexing and working hard, it needs to relax. A thrilling story is like asking that muscle to run a marathon right before bed. A boring story, on the other hand, is like a gentle, soothing massage, allowing it to unwind and release all the tension it's been holding. It signals to your cognitive self that the day is over, all tasks are complete, and it is now safe to enter standby mode. The beauty of this method lies in its simplicity. You don't need to learn a special technique. All you have to do is listen. There are countless podcasts and videos designed specifically for this purpose, featuring everything from readings of old train schedules to detailed histories of obscure inventions. The key is to find something that is truly uninteresting to you. What one person finds boring, another might find fascinating. So, the goal is to find your personal brand of boredom. So next time you find yourself staring at the ceiling at 2 a.m., don't reach for your phone to scroll through exciting content. Instead, try putting on a story about the migratory patterns of garden snails or the manufacturing process of cardboard boxes. You might be surprised at how quickly the surprisingly sleep-inducing power of tedious tales works its magic. You're not just distracting yourself. You're actively using the science of boredom to guide your brain gently into the peaceful world of dreams. Give it a try tonight and see how your mind responds to the sweet, sweet sound of nothing much happening. It might just be the best night's sleep you've had in ages. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more tips on living a healthier, more well-rested life. Sweet dreams.